What should the New Orleans Pelicans do about Zion Williamson's weight problem? And are the Philadelphia 76ers ever going to do anything with Ben Simmons? And finally, how you are going to get paid to watch this one. Let's get it.
This is Enough Said Sports.
Hey guys, I hope all is well in your world. It is all well here at Enough Said Sports as we come to you with another preview and prediction video, this time for the NBA here on YouTube. Thank you for taking the time out of your day or your evening whenever you may be watching this to support us here. Really appreciate that. If you like this sort of content, please also join us on Patreon. Click the description box below, the first link, and become a true fan of Enough Said Sports and get all of our exclusive content from the NBA, NFL, and college football, and also enter for your chance to win a jersey from either the NBA, college football, or the NFL, your favorite team, your choice. For details on that, click the link here, right here above my head, and check that out. Thank you so much for taking the time to check that out as well, and your support. Now let's talk about this matchup that's going to be coming on tomorrow, Sunday, December the 19th. It is going to be the New Orleans Pelicans traveling to play the Philadelphia 76ers. The spread in this one is -6 in favor of the Philadelphia 76ers, and the total in this one is 210. So let's start out with these New Orleans Pelicans to begin with here. Obviously, they got a big-time Zion Williamson problem. He's been out all year long with a foot issue. Many have said he is well over 300 pounds, which is not helping with this situation with his foot issue, and it seems to be a serious problem and has threatened Zion Williamson's long-term career, as he was obviously the breakout star out of the University of Duke coming out of college. Extremely incredible athlete coming out of college there, and has shown and actually been quite promising in the NBA so far in his young, short career. But his weight has been an issue, and it continues to be an issue. I've said it before. For those of you who are new to my content, I've said it before. I would really consider trading Zion Williamson. If I could get him healthy enough to get him back on the court, I would certainly consider trading him, just simply because I don't believe the long-term health of Zion Williamson is going to hold up in the NBA, because he can't control his weight. And I think that's a real problem. I think it's going to continue to be a problem for this franchise and definitely plague a very talented young team. They got a great young nucleus here with Brandon Ingram, Devontae Graham, and several others on this team. Very good young nucleus. If you add Zion Williamson into that mix, you got a pretty good basketball team, especially if you can get the young man to be a bit more polished on the defensive end of the floor and definitely play some defense. This team could be a force to be reckoned with a young, healthy Zion Williamson, but I don't believe you're going to get that. So I think you're better off getting him as healthy as you can and seeing if you can move on from him and possibly get a big-time star that's going to be able to be on the floor for you long term. That's just my thoughts on the New Orleans Pelicans. Moving over to the Philadelphia 76ers, they still have yet to move Ben Simmons. I've been saying it all year long. They really need to move Ben Simmons. It's time to get this young man out of town. He doesn't want to be there, and quite frankly, I don't blame him for not wanting to be there after the way that he was attacked after the Game 7 loss to the Atlanta Hawks last season on their home floor. The way Joel Embiid threw him under the bus, the way Doc Rivers in the press conference said what he said, basically saying that he didn't know if he could win a championship with Ben Simmons as his point guard. And so I don't blame him for not wanting to be there. Now, I get that he's making a significant amount of money. Obviously, he's making millions and millions of dollars, and you and I both would love to be able to do that. And being that he's doing that, he's got the opportunity to, live a life that's quite different than most of us. But with all that being said, the man still has feelings. The man still has emotions just like anybody. And I think he's well within his rights to not want to play there after what was said about him by the main characters and the main players on that team. I definitely think the Philadelphia 76ers would be better off if they would just move on from him and possibly get a piece that could help them to go alongside of Joel Embiid because this team has been highly inconsistent all year. Joel Embiid has been in and out of the lineup like he has been every year. But even when he's in the lineup, this team is highly, highly inconsistent and definitely leaves a lot to be desired. So now let's talk about this analysis, the analysis side of this particular basketball game. Now, obviously, Philadelphia is favored by 6. It's been a little bit crazy with all of the COVID stuff going on. So I would definitely caution you guys in betting, especially right now, wait until tip-off before you bet anything, because, a positive test seems like it could take these people out at any time. You don't know who's going to be in protocols. You don't know who's not. And it's just really, really hard to track. So this is assuming that everybody is healthy and whole, that's been actively playing for both of these basketball teams, actually shows up tomorrow night to play. With that being said, guys, I like New Orleans here. I like New Orleans with the points. I don't trust the Philadelphia 76ers right now. I certainly don't trust them with this kind of a spread because they've been so terribly inconsistent, and they've shown over and over again they have a very hard time covering this type of spread with one this large, that is, because they just tend to just be really inconsistent taking care of the basketball, really inconsistent with their defensive assignments. And this New Orleans Pelicans team with Brandon Ingram and leading the charge seems to be finding itself and seems to be playing a bit better than they started out the season. I really like the way that they're playing right now. I like New Orleans Pelicans to cover their 6 points. I think the winner of this game could be a toss-up, could really go either way. But from a betting aspect, I'm going to take the points at +6 here. And I'm also going to stay off of the total. I really could see this total going over or under 210. So I don't have a strong feeling one way or another. So we'll stay off of that. So we'll take the New Orleans Pelicans +6 in this particular contest. New Orleans Pelicans fans, do you feel that Zion Williamson needs to be traded at this point? Do you feel that the New Orleans Pelicans should give him more time to try to get his weight under control? And obviously, prayers up. Hopefully his foot heals and gets better for him and he can get back out on the court. On the other side, Philadelphia 76ers fans, would you like to see Ben Simmons moved, or do you think they should just continue to try to get Ben Simmons to play forcibly for this Philadelphia 76ers team? And finally, let me know what you think about the pick itself. Really appreciate all the support. Couldn't do it without you. And thank you guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you think, and I will talk to you again really soon. Take care.